What's going on, folks? This is Steve with Race Day Live. We are here today, as always, on a great Thursday for the Sim Racing Unleashed Xfinity Series. And man, oh man, we are here today from Michigan International Speedway. A very great 2-mile track, high banks, big wide open surface. Going to be a great time today. Big field today for the Sim Racing Unleashed Xfinity Series. And we are getting closer and closer to playoff time. And right now, Michigan is where these gladiators are going to battle, right down here. So right now, trackside, going to jump down to qualifying. Let's take a look. Right now, there it is. Merrick Watchorn currently on the pole right now with a 39.18. Very quick already. Merrick Watchorn, you'll know him from last week. Won again, 2 weeks, 2 races, 2 wins. So looking really fast today. Looking awesome as usual. Right now on track, Dustin German, currently in P2, 39.2. Looking very fast in the number 66. What can he do today? Comes across the stripe. Can he beat Merrick Watchorn? He does. 39.15. Great job right there. Jerry West on track right now as well. Looking good today again. We've, talked about Jerry West a lot. Couldn't quite get that last effort right there. But P11 for Jerry West. That's going to be it, folks. Qualifying ends that quick. 2-mile track at Michigan International Speedway for the Wolverine 176. Tell you what, Justin German looking pretty good. Going to be a good time today, as it always is on Thursdays. Going to get down to it. Starting to grid. There we go. Love how they grid here at this track on pit road. Looking good for sure today. We'll walk you through the grid right now. A couple drivers still awaiting to come onto pit road. Give it just a second, but Dustin German going to be your pole sitter. Merrick Watchorn in P2. Jeff Gilmore right there in that 57 going to be in P3. There he is. Looking solid today. John Held going to be in P4. New paint scheme today, looking pretty good. Mark Koshik, P5. Solid effort right there. Chris Spencer, in P6. Looking very solid. Kyle Munson rolling off P7 in that Phantom number 40. Looking very good. Jason Cavany today in P8. Looking good as usual. Jason Adams on pit road. Hold on now. There we go. Jason Adams. That Fame number 24 paint scheme looking good. Greg Wood rolling off P10. Awesome job there. Jerry West going to be P11. Larry Blair, that number 73. Man, look at this Halloween paint scheme. Looking good today. Black Rifle Coffee. Looking very cool. Denny Story rolling off P13. Looking good. John O'Brien. That Filter Time number 8. Looking solid. David Cassidy in that Rust number 17. Always love that paint scheme, man. Kevin Roy, number 12, Speed Racer. Looking very good again. Awesome job right there. Jim Komsberger, new paint scheme as well. Number 11, Hess Machine. Looking very cool. Terry Duguay, number 18. Or 18 spot, in 14. Robert Chiswick rolling off 19th place. And then Larry Eddy going to be rolling off P20. So Dustin German, your pole setter. There he is. Looking good, man. Merrick Watchorn on the outside, though. He has won 2 races now. Looking to get that 3rd. He's very good at these kind of big tracks. So we'll see how this works out for him today for sure. But lap 1 out of 88. Big race as usual. Again, 1 fast repair, 2 green-white checkered attempts. If it comes down to it, never know what can happen. Lap 25 will be the stage caution. The one and only stage. Keep that in mind today, but lap 1 out of 88 here tonight. big field. A lot of drivers here can get their first win of the season. It's one of those kind of wild card tracks. Big draft, big speed. What can happen? We're coming down to that starting flag. Here we go. Barney the flag man, green flag in the air. We are going green here for the Wolverine 176. Green flag in the air. Dustin German leads us off. Man, oh man, lap one already in the books, looking great right now. Dustin German out to an early lead as well. Pole position, looking very, very fast today in the number 66. Further back, we are 2 and 3 wide. Larry 80 down low. Oh, big wreck. Jason Cavany down the back stretch. Slams into the inside wall, man. Huge contact. That'll be our first yellow of the night. 2 laps into tonight's race. Man, oh man, tough break for him. Pops back down to pit road. Not good, man. Let's take a look back at what happened there. Jason Cavany already down below the racing surface. As we go back to him, let's go back a little further on and see if we can figure out what happened here. But man, oh man, that was early in the race. Jason Cavany, here we go. Turns 1 and 2 right here. Not sure if he had contact here, maybe with the 57. Comes down low. This is the front stretch actually right here. So he's right around number 57 of Jeff Gilmore. This was about that 5th or 6th spot, so we'll take a look back and see what happens here in the backstretch. Greg Wood right behind him. This might tell a story here. Greg Wood gets a run, but not really. Ooh, just gets into the wall, man, for Greg Wood. Jason Cavany. Hard contact right there. We'll definitely have to use that fast repair. You can see the engine blown, so yeah, it just kind of blows the corner. We'll take one more look at it if we can. Hopefully get like a nice, oh man, we'll go back. I want to get like a nice cockpit view just to see what kind of he went through there. Yeah, I mean, right now, coming down the front stretch, I know we're kind of on this for a while, but I wanted to see what happened here. Conditions today. This is a morning race. So morning races can be nice and cool. I wonder if he got loose maybe, or just it's really, really tight. We'll take a look here. Coming out of turn 2. Yeah, man. Yeah, unfortunately, just didn't have enough room right there to really take the exit. So tough break. Lap 4. Hey, caution is out for the first time. Pace car is out right now. It's all good. Early race. Jason Cavany still down pit road. Man, oh man, tough beat up car right there. Unfortunately, Larry Eddy actually being shown as out of the race. Update right there for that number 32 car. So didn't grid in out of the race. Jason Cavany in the pit box. Sometimes this happens, man. You uncheck that fast repair thinking you're not going to need it for later on in the race, and then when you tow and it brings you down to pit road, you don't have that fast repair enabled, and then you have to just sit there and let it fix itself. So tough break for him. That's going to put him multiple laps down. Either way, though, long race can still happen. Right now, folks, let's take a quick break. We haven't thanked our channel sponsors yet, so let's go down to there and do that. We'll come right back. Alrighty, we are back. Pace car lights are off. We're going to go back green here on lap number 6. So again, a long time to still go. Stage 1 will conclude pretty soon. Keep in mind, lap 25. So a long way to go still for stage number 1. But a lot of good times here so far. Tell you what, we are winding this season down. It's coming closer and closer to the end. Lap 25, that right now is the goal. Dustin German, Merrick Watchorn. Looking good from the drone cam. Dustin German going to restart in that box. We're going back green, the Geico restart zone. Green flag is out. We're back green. Man, right now, great restart right now, coming out of turn 2. Fight for the lead, though. Merrick Watchorn takes the lead right here out of turn 2. Down the backstretch, looking very, very good. Early on, further back, Larry Blair on the outside in P9. Trying to make it work on the outside. You can really work the outside here, especially late in the run. Very strong battle. Also for 13th and 14th right here, Mark Koshik, Danny Story. A lot of room to drive here. Outside, down low, middle, anywhere you want. Man, Merrick Watchorn down low, use the apron. Looking good right now. Single file racing. We'll definitely see the track. Right now you can see all these drivers taking the same lane. Jump aboard Kyle Munson's cockpit, and you can really see everyone chooses to stay in that draft. This is such a draft-dependent track. You want to stay in those lanes. But man, tires, the longer we go into this green flag run, this is the tough part. Got to stay in the draft, but you cannot wear that rubber down. Kyle Munson right now doing a pretty good job. Further on back, though. Again, we say it weekly, but you cannot forget about this backpack right here. These guys race harder than anybody else does. Jason Cavney back on track. Great to see, only 2 laps down, so really not too bad. He can definitely catch that back up, that stage, and then a caution. He's right back in this thing, so do not count Jason Cavney out of this race. He is right there. Mark Kochik diving down low against Danny Story. Great job right there for him. Close battle right here at Kolmosberger and John O'Brien. You can see O'Brien here trying to make the outside lane work. As these cars loosen up and lose traction, you'll see them move up just like Auto Club. Very, very similar tracks. Michigan typically is smoother, but Auto Club unfortunately not going to be on the schedule in the future, in the real world, but those things happen. Michigan will be that track. Always a good time here. Merrick Watchorn, though, continues to lead this field on lap 11. Up against Dustin German. In German, he is right in the tire tracks of Watchorn. Not backing down. What a great job so far. Chris Spencer, though, don't count him out. We haven't seen a lot of Chris Spencer this season, but man, right now, P3 in the number 9. Looking very good today so far. Sponsored by the SRTV network, just like our good friend Jerry West right there. So presumably teammates. Looking very good today. Jerry West right now currently in P9, not having a great race. Obviously it's still early, halfway through stage 1, but that's what these tracks can do. They're so draft dependent. Track position is going to be huge. Definitely expect to see at some point 2-tire pitting strategies and whatnot, so we'll see how that works later on in the race. But man, Greg Wood has climbed up the ranks quite a bit. Right now up 6 spots, started P10, already up to P5, so looking really good. P4, excuse me. Looking very, very good right now. Greg Wood been looking so good lately. Has a win under his belt this season, but hasn't returned back to victory lane. David Cassidy, P11 right now. Jim Kalmusberger, looking pretty good. A lot of new paint schemes today, throwing me off a bit. Man, John O'Brien still making the outside lane work, but almost too much out in the outside wall. Makes contact. Robert Chiswick up ahead. Having a pretty good race so far. Right now in P13. Hasn't had the luck or really the car last couple of weeks to try and make a top 10 effort, but man, right now looking really, really good in 13th. Has John O'Brien right behind him. You can see just how deep Chiswick is driving into, but John O'Brien gets the better restart, or the better lane. Man, close calls right here. Very, very good. Further back, Danny Story, 8 seconds back at the lead. These two right here, Terry Duguay and Danny Story, losing the draft a bit. Staying in the middle lane, trying what they can. Might need that stage end in 10 laps to recollect themselves. But John O'Brien looking very good right now in 14th place. Further up front, Merrick Watchhorn still in the lead after that restart. Gave him the lead. Dustin German P2. Things are heating up though. Chris Spencer's right behind him. Can they get around? It's so tough on these cars to pass here. Draft is important, but track position is just so key. Very, very good. Moving up. You can see these drivers moving up as we go. Conditions are definitely interesting today. Morning race. So right now it's about 10:30, 11 o'clock in the sim. It's going to start heating up as we go. Man, Greg Wood is just right there. Trying to find a way around him. Doing a great job. Moves on the outside right here. Typically at a track like Auto Club, the outside lane is like a passing zone, but right now we're not really seeing that. A lot of these drivers are choosing to stay in the lane of the driver in front, so a lot can change here at any point. Kyle Munson though holding on to a top 5. Looking very solid. Kevin Roy making a move here around Chiswick. Awesome job right there. Again, this back of the pack. These are all for points. Trying to get themselves into the playoffs. Takes a lot to do it. At speed register number 12. Looking very good. Trouble for Koshik right here. Got into the wall to turn 2. Keeps it going though. Amazing shots from Michigan International Speedway. What a great place to watch a race here today. Merrick Watchorn up front again. Increases the lead by 0.9 of a second on lap 20. So we are 5 laps away from stage 1. Looking solid as usual. Dustin German, though, under fire from Chris Spencer. Spencer's closing in right here. Can he make a pass? Entering turn 3. Gonna ride on board here. So far, looking pretty good, pretty smooth. So far, not enough, though. Great job. Further on back, David Cassidy in that high upper middle lane. John O'Brien trying to get around Chiswick right here. Down low. Great job right now. Closest battle on track seemingly is this spot for P2. Dustin German, Chris Spencer trying to make that work. Greg Wood might have used up too much tire trying to get to these drivers. Well, looking very solid right now in P4. Kyle Munson, 5th place. John O'Brien, Mark Kochik. Look at these guys back here. John dives down to the inside. Great effort. 3 laps to go for stage 1. Saw a move there for Larry Adams. Mark Kochik. Danny Story. All these drivers down here. Bottom of the pack trying to make moves. Great job so far. Man, look at this battle right here. John O'Brien, Robert Chiswick. O'Brien makes the move, but further on back, Chiswick in a triangle down low. Can't quite get it. Koshik and Danny Story fighting here. This is for 16th. We are 1 lap away from the end of stage 1, the one and only stage today for the race. Man, so far really good. This is going to fly by. 88 laps is a quick time around. Here he is, Merrick Watchorn, coming around turn 3 and 4. About to win stage 1. Dustin German right now under heavy fire by Christopher Spence. Can he make that move right there? Dives down low. Yellow flag for the stage will end at any time, but man, he is trying to make that move for P2. Neck and neck. But there it is. The stage yellow is out. Stage 1 has concluded. Merrick Watchorn going to be your stage 1 winner. A great job for him. And that will be stage 1. That Twiggy Innovation in Motion Toyota Supra. Looking very, very good tonight already. As we expected, Dustin German P2. Chris Spencer in P3. Very solid 4th place, Greg Wood Jr., and then Kyle Munson in 5th place. That'll be your top 5 here for the stage 1. As they catch the pace car, folks, we're going to go and thank our channel sponsors. We'll come right back for pit stops. All right, folks, we are back. Stage 1 has concluded and pit stops have begun. Merrick Watchorn leads them down pit road. This is key right here. What will these drivers decide to do? 4 tires, full of fuel? Or do some take 2 tires? We'll see what happens right here. Everyone coming down into their pit stops. Right side tires going on right now. All the way down the field. Dustin German, though, in that number 1 pit stall. Off he goes. He leads them off. Everyone else coming down pit road. A lot of drivers taking those 4 tires as expected. Fixing some damage if necessary. Right now looking pretty good. Mark Koshik still on pit road. Fixing some damage, seemingly. So he's looking pretty good. Jason Cavany right now coming down pit road. Will get 1 lap back because he is that lucky dog, so gets to come down and service his car. But right now, Kevin Roy is actually being shown as the P1 position, so interesting call right here for him to see if he stayed out. But hey, right now we're going to bring in our stage 1 winner. We can sneak him on in here. Let's bring in Merrick Watchorn. Let's track him on down. Here he is. Hey, Merrick, it's Steve in the booth, man. You got me?
Got a good copy there, Steve.
Hey, man, as usual, looking really strong today. And the number 91, what is it going to take to win this race? You've obviously been very good in this series and in this car. So what do you see, I mean, for your race? How's the track feeling? I know it's a morning time session, so how's it handling out there?
It's a little tight later in the run, so it's going to come down to trying to save the tires and, you know, bagging up the corners. Clean air seems to be the dominant factor for this race, so just got to stay clean and hopefully get around Dustin and do what I've been doing this whole time and, you know, kind of leapfrog, get away from everyone on pit road. So yeah, this race is going to be challenging, so hopefully it'll be fun.
Hey, love to see it, man. Right now, doing really good. P1 for the stage. Good luck rest of the way.
Thanks, Steve.
Alrighty, there he is. Merrick Watchorn, your stage 1 winner. Knows how to get it done in this car. So what can he do the remainder of this race? And right now, we're going to go back green on lap 29. This race is going to go by quick. And we are getting down to it already. Dustin German looking pretty quick as well, but Merrick Watchorn, just a really solid effort right now all around. A couple drivers out of the race, actually. Larry Eddy, we talked about before. Robert Chiswick also being shown out of the race. Jason Cavany 1 lap down right now, so did get one of those laps back as the lucky dog, so good job for him. For that pit road. There we go, pace car off. We are going back green here. Green flag in the air. We are back green for the Wolverine 176. Awesome job right now. Dustin gets pretty loose right there. But we are 3 wide, right behind him. Getting crazy as we getting down to this race. Lap 29. This restart, man, 3 wide. This is the perfect time to pass if he can do it. No more scheduled cautions, no more stages. So this is it. Merrick gets the early lead. Dustin German falls in P2. Kyle Munson holding off Jerry West right now. And everyone in the line. Jason Adams right now being shown on the outside. Trying to get some clean air right there, but can't quite make it work. Has to stay back in line. Awesome job for all these drivers. Turn 1, man, this big front stretch. Merrick Watchorn leads them off. You can tell the field right here. Everyone following the driver in front. Greg Wood tries to peek on the outside of that 57. Can't quite get it done. There he is, Craig Wood, down low of Jeff Gilmore, working on Jerry West next. Some contact over there a little bit. Gotta watch out for that. Greg Wood, door to door right now with Gilmore. Dives down low, trying to preserve that spot. Chris Spencer, though, in the way. Greg Wood, little bit of contact right there. Makes the move around. Still can't quite get around Gilmore. Great job so far all around. Merrick Watchorn up front, but look out, Dustin German has caught up. He found something. He is 1/10 of a second back behind Merrick Watchorn. He wants that position. He knows how much clean air plays a role. We heard Merrick Watchorn say that, but watch out. This right here, this is getting tight. Man, Gilmore gets loose down low. You can see his gloves on the inside, just all over the place. Greg, we're going to force it 3 wide here, down low on the apron. Sneaks in between. Man, what a good job right there. You can see Chris Spencer fighting back. Lost some spots here, but oh, Greg Wood gets doored just a little bit there down the backstretch. Turn 3 and 4 right here. You can see German catching up, but we are 2 wide back in the pack. Looking good. We'll follow that lead as we go, but man, right here. Oh, Cassidy and John Held collide in turn 1. That's going to bring out our second caution for incident. John Held just going backwards, gets it back around. Cassidy keeps it going. Unfortunately for John Held, took the worst of that, it would appear. Has some engine damage, might need to use that fast repair. Not good for him, but man, oh man, tough break. David Cassidy as well. Most likely have to service that car, get it back in race condition as we get real close here to the halfway point of this Wolverine 176. Let's go back real quick, take a look if we can tell a story here and kind of figure out what happened. Race day replay looking great. Already in progress, man. David Cassidy, yeah, they just collided. We caught it live, but yeah, that was just so close. Catch it one more time. David Cassidy, here we go. Yeah, you can see John Held just kind of comes up a little bit. Maybe drove it in too hard. And then, yeah, unfortunately, just both of these guys got together and collided. Tough racing right there. Not really maybe anybody's fault per se, but hey, tough racing. Just a big wide open track. These things can happen sometimes, and that'll bring out our second caution. John Held might be having some issues right here. Pretty slow on track. The engine seems like it blew right there out of turn 2 where they crashed, so he might not be able to have the power to get around. Looks like he's just coasting at this point, so he may have to just stop here and tow that car back. Unfortunately. Yeah, you can hear it. It's just not, it's not going anywhere. So John Held. Again, some more bad news bears right there, but Dustin German, everyone coming down pit road as usual. We expected this for sure. Everyone down pit road, 4 tires and fuel. If you're going to gamble though, get that to the front. This is the time. You can see this is the race off pit road. Everyone trying different strategies. David Cassidy comes down back pit road. Looks like that car was repaired, so that's good. Kevin Roy still on pit road, and John Held obviously is right there as well. So a lot going on. Dustin German gets around Merrick Watchorn again. That #1 pit stall is huge for him. Tell you what, if we get a late race restart, late race pits, that could be it for him. The winning move. Sometimes that #1 pit stall plays a huge role into how these races end. And right now you can see everyone coming down pit road. Jason Cavaney here should be the lucky dog once more, so he should be getting back onto the lead lap now. So that's a great job for him to hold on to it after that first caution of the day on lap 2. So far, looking pretty good for him. Under our third caution of the day, second for incident. While we have the time, let's go and thank our channel sponsors. We'll come right back. Already, pace car lights are off. We're going back green here on lap 39, so we are very, very close to our halfway point at lap 44. And we've already seen it, man. These restarts are just crazy. A lot of guys making moves early, trying to get that track position. Can definitely see that play out as we keep going, but tell you what, later on in this race, if we see a late race yellow flag, I got a feeling we're going to see somebody take 2 tires because that track position is just massive. Either way, right now, Dustin German holding on to P1, Merrick Watchorn in P2. Jerry West finds himself in P3, so a great job there recovering. A couple of more drivers in the back of the field. Looking very good, but we're going to get back green right here. Pace car comes out of that turn 4. Flagman has the green flag in the air. Once they get to that restart zone, we're going green, and here we are. The Wolverine 176 back underway. Dustin German makes the middle lane work. Restarted on the outside. Great job right there, but back a little further. Man, you can see this. Jerry West, Kyle Munson, side by side. And then Jeff Gilmore, Jason Adams, a little further back, trying to make it work. Man, what a great job. Chris Spencer just slides on down low. Great move right there if he can make it work. Awesome, awesome job for Chris Spencer. Has the lane, somewhat has the draft there in front of him too. Kyle Munson. Can he clear? Jerry West, he does. Gets that room. Great job for him. Number 9 car. Adams in that 24 trying the outside lane. Gotta be careful. Greg Wood is right there. Wasn't quite clear, but has to maintain that outside lane still. Greg Wood trying the inside lane. Trying to use Gilmore in front as the draft. Man, oh man, tight conditions. You heard Merrick earlier. Just so tough, but right now, Merrick gets that lead back against Dustin German. German just can't hold on to that lead when he has it. Merrick finds a way, though, to do it. Very impressive so far, but right now, this middle pack, we're about 5th on through 8th. Very, very tight racing. Jason Adams, Gilmore right there in front of him. Adams not really sure which way he can go, but he's trying to balance the clean air and passing drivers as well as holding on to that car's handling. So far trying what he can to make it work. But this battle is just not going away. Strong right here, 43 laps into this race. Man, oh man, Gilmore and Greg Wood fighting right here. Greg Wood prevails so far. Adams, though, all over the back bumper of that 57. Man, oh man. Trying what he can. Up front, Merrick Watchorn still in P1, but Derek German is right, Dustin German is right there behind him. Man, Dustin can hold his line right behind him, but he can't hold him off when German's in front of him. So interesting right there why that is. Unless Dustin's trying to save some tire, or even save some fuel right there behind. I mean, you're in the draft, so maybe saving some fuel and some tire. We get a caution here soon. We might have to bring him into the booth and see what his mentality is for this race to beat Watchorn, but right now holding strong. Kyle Munson in P3, looking very good. A great effort right now there for him. A little further on back, an update here on Jason Cavany. He is back on the lead lap, about 5 seconds back of the leaders. By himself there a bit, but finds himself again on the lead lap. So a great recovery job for him. Danny Story right now currently in P14, looking pretty good. And we always say it, but holding on to those fenders, keeping that car clean, that's half the battle, and looking pretty good right there for him in 14th place. Terry Duguay doing well in 15th. Kevin Roy, 16th place right now, looking strong. Was up front for a little bit. Hold on back, Mark Koschek. Right now having some issues, currently showing in P17. John Held, we saw him have that big wreck with David Cassidy, that last caution. Right now finds himself 2 laps down. So again, in the same position that we saw Cavany in earlier, we can definitely see Held gain these 2 positions, or these 2 laps back if a caution were to come out, or 2. So all is not over with yet for him, as we just crossed the halfway point a moment ago. Merrick Watchorn still the leader right here in the number 91. Watchorn hold on to that 0.2 of a second lead from Dustin German. Kyle Munson was kind of by himself, but Chris Spencer's catching up to him a little bit. This secondary pack, Chris Spencer, Jerry West. These guys are working together, drafting. And they are catching Kyle Munson right there, so looking very, very strong for them. Coleman'sberger, again, different looking paint scheme today, as you might remember, but in that number 11 Hess machine, looking very, very good today. Jason Adams in Larry Blair. Tell you what, Larry Blair's paint scheme today is looking pretty fire. I like that. Grim Reaper Halloween paint scheme. Looking solid. Halloween only in a couple days, next Tuesday. Going to be a great time. Cannot wait for that. Little plug. On Tuesday, right here on Race Day Live, we will have our Halloween race for the ASLRA Cup Series. Going to be a lot of fun. Talladega on Halloween. If it wasn't chaotic enough, go and check that out. Tuesday, right here on Race Day Live, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Going to be a great, great time. Last race before the playoffs. It's going to be just chaotic. as it always is. But right now, solid job. Adams gets into the wall there just a little bit. Not too bad. Holding on to it. Up front, we see a couple drivers. Man, Kyle Munson having a problem right here. Getting passed by a few drivers. Greg Wood, Chris Spencer, Jerry West. Munson losing a lot of spots. Not sure if he hit the wall here. But he came pretty close. Tires, I believe, might be an issue. Lap 50, however, we are closing this thing down. Already 38 laps to go. Looking very, very strong right now. Merrick Watchorn still in P1. This battle right here, though, is getting closer and closer. Fuel will definitely become a concern before the race ends. So we will see if and when green flag pit stops come into play. Oh man, Greg Wood trying to make a move right here down low. Take a look at how the car's handling right now. Watchorn was saying the car was getting pretty tight. And right now, as the sun is coming up, we're approaching noontime in the session. So right now, as the track heats up, you would think it would loosen up, but tell you what, these cars are a different beast. Right now, you're seeing it. Greg Wood is just holding it on steady. It's a great run right here on a turn 2. Up against Chris Spencer. What can he do with it? Dives down low. It's a great jump, but can't quite clear him just yet. He's gonna might try to. Doesn't get it. The right move, though. Try that slide job. Chris Spencer going to get the better of him right now, though. Going to get that draft from teammate Jerry West up front. Can't seem to make that work right now. Chris just gets a better run off the corner. Riding aboard Chris Spencer. There goes Greg Wood. Dives it down low. Crossover move, though, for Chris Spencer. Makes it stick. For Greg Wood in that preferred lane right now. Man, oh man, close battle. Great racing, though, overall. Solid effort, man. Right here, Greg Wood is just not going away. On the outside, sticking close to him. Looking great right now. A little further on back, Jason Cavity making a move. Kevin Roy on the outside. Cavity again back on the lead lap, so trying what he can to get back through the field. Looked very good early on, qualified well. Qualified P8, so just a matter of time before he gets back up to the front. Greg Wood and Chris Spencer, man, this battle is heating up. They're getting closer and closer to each other's door. And there it is, Greg Wood gets that advantage for the time being. Further back, Kevin Roy. This battle's heating up. Kevin Roy, Jason Cavity. Man, oh man. Solid job right here, Kevin Roy. A great shot of Michigan International Speedway. Man, we love this track. These cars are so much fun here. A little further back, I'm sorry, up front for P8, Jeff Gilmore right now. Looking very solid. Jim Kummelsberger holding on to a good job so far in P7. Kyle Munson, we saw him slide back a little bit earlier on. Lost some spots to Greg Wood, Spencer, West. But finds himself pretty comfortable right here in P6. So looking solid. Jason Cavity and some more battles right here. Danny Story trying to peek in the middle. Not going to quite get it done. John O'Brien down low, but doesn't have that momentum to get through. Lap 57. About 30 laps remaining in this Wolverine 176. Looking very solid today. Again, back up front, Merrick Watchorn holding on to that lead. Doing very, very well. About an 0.8 of a second lead up against Dustin German. Dustin got the pole, so has the speed, but right now just can't quite maybe hold on to that tire management like Merrick Watchorn can, but a good job nonetheless. Jerry West in P3 holding on to that. Greg Wood, again, a second ago, got around Chris Spencer in a pretty heated battle, and then Chris Spencer right here himself, 5th place. So top 5 all looking pretty quick right now. Very, very quick, actually. Everyone kind of settling down a little bit. No real battles on track right now, so I think it's a great time to go to our race day nonstop. Go and thank some sponsors real quick. We'll come right back, but you won't miss a thing. And there we go, a lot going on right now as we come back on lap 60. You saw it, Chris Spencer comes down pit road early. Big move right there, was in the top 5, 5th spot actually. Comes down pit road, so undercuts quite heavily with 28 laps to go. So we'll watch out for this. Dustin German coming down pit road from that P2 spot. Green flag pit stops have been underway. A great time. Jason Adams as well. Man, what could this mean for these drivers? Larry Blair coming down pit road right in front of Jason Adams. A lot of guys coming down pit road. This is where it begins. That undercut could be huge. Chris Spencer, though, currently 1 lap down. Oh, no. Jerry West does an unbelievable job. Gets loose coming down pit road. Holds on to it. What a fantastic job. Hopefully didn't speed, but man, great job right there. Great recovery. Jason Cavaney locking up those brakes coming down pit road. Merrick Watchorn continues to lead this race. Great job for him. Greg Wood Jr. in P2. Jason Cavaney blew past his pit box, so we'll have to move on back. So when will these drivers come down pit road? I mean, right now, Merrick Watchorn deciding to stay out. And tires here definitely matter. Now we're seeing Danny Story come down pit road to service his car. Finish it off for the end of this race. But yeah, Merrick Watchorn, if a caution comes out right now, he's the hero. But if he stays out too long and all these drivers hold on to their tires longer, could be bad news for him. We're seeing Chris Spencer right behind him on the fresher tires. Gonna pass Merrick right here to get back onto the lead lap the old-fashioned way. And there we go. So if a caution comes out, he will be on the lead lap. But you can see how much of an advantage those fresh tires are, the way that Chris just passed your leader, Merrick Watchorn. So Merrick staying out right here, this has got to be strategic. He knows he's fast, but man, the undercut really does matter. He does not look like he's going to pit this time by, so very curious right here. Jerry West also in front with Chris Spencer. These two, again, are both on the tail end of the lead lap right now. Nobody else coming down pit road, so 24 laps to go. A lot of different varying strategies underway right now. Merrick Watchorn still the leader. Greg Wood being shown P2, but 3.4 seconds back. Kyle Munson third place right now. Kolmsberger P4, so about half the field decided to come down pit road and pit pretty early. But then a lot of these guys, the other half decided to not pit. So interesting calls for a lot of these guys. If this race stays green, I've got a funny feeling this is going to play into the advantage of the drivers who pit early. As we see right now, Jim Kolmsberger coming down pit road. Kevin Roy coming down as well. Little loosey-goosey coming down at that commitment line, but makes it work. Kolmsberger going to get into that pit box. Take those 4 tires and off he goes. The leaders right now still deciding not to come down pit road. So we will see how that plays out. Dustin German, pole sitter today in P8 right now on the lead lap. On the tail end, however. So again, we'll see how this is going to work. A bunch of drivers coming back onto pit road. Are on the racing surface. Jason Adams right now making a move around Greg Wood. But this is the advantage right here. Jason Adams just blows by Greg Wood on the fresher tires, so this is huge. Merrick Watchorn still up front in P1. Not coming down pit road anytime soon, it would appear. 22 laps to go. Chris Spencer was the first driver to come down pit road. Jerry West, however, though, is in front of him, so we'll see how that plays out. Dustin German as well in P2, so these drivers have all come down pit road. And that could be huge right here. O'Brien. Terry Duguay comes down pit road. Gives up P7. Has to come down and service that car. Here he is, your leader, Merrick Watchorn, coming down pit road right now. 21 laps to go. That's going to force Greg Wood to come down pit road as well. So leaders are now in. Gilmore, David Cassidy. That brings all these drivers down. John O'Brien seemingly coming down pit road as well. Yes, he does. So this will bring your top 5 down pit road. What does Merrick Watchorn decide to do? Take 2 tires with 20 laps to go, or do you take all 4? About to find out. Greg Wood a little further on back. Looks like Watchorn's taking all 4. Jeff Gilmore going to take all 4 as well. Off goes Watchorn. John O'Brien, David Cassidy coming off pit road now. Kyle Munson gives up that first spot. He's now on pit road. Dustin German. This is where we're going to find out what kind of an advantage Dustin German now has up against Merrick Watchorn. Merrick's going to have a lot fresher tires than Dustin, so he should be faster, should catch up to him, but does he have enough time to do it with 19 laps to go, almost 18 laps to go now? Kyle Munson leads a lap there, so an extra point for him, so great job there, but Dustin German flies on by. P2 is being shown as Jerry West, so a 2.8 second advantage there for Dustin German. Merrick Watchorn 9 seconds back right now of the leader. So he definitely lost a ton of time through that green flag transition, but here's the thing, he has about a 9-second lead, or a disadvantage, but he's got fresh tires, about 10 laps fresher tires, so that should play into his advantage. He can just absolutely send it now and go full speed. Has the fuel, has the tires. So right now, no slowing down. Merrick Watchorn in that 91. John Held back down pit road, comes off. Services that number 72 car, so he is ready to roll. 3 laps down right now. John O'Brien being shown as 1 lap down, so he's right behind that P2 of Jerry West. But Dustin German, this is your leader right now. What can he do? Can he win this race? Merrick Watchorn already cuts down the lead. 7.2 seconds away, so he is cut down by about 2 seconds already. At some point, though, those tires will even out. So that's the key. Did Dustin German hold on a little bit? Then again, Merrick has to not only catch the leader, he has to catch and pass Chris Spencer right in front of him, and then Jerry West. So this race is not over yet, folks. 17 laps to go for the Wolverine 176. A lot can still happen. Merrick Watchorn on the offense with fresher tires. But he has to track down and pass these drivers. That's going to be the tough part. Kyle Munson, Larry Blair having a great run right now. Munson just pit, so he's going to have some fresh tires as well. He should be able to fly past a lot of these guys. I'll tell you what, one yellow flag will throw a big knot into this plan for the top 3 drivers. As we see Merrick Watchorn get around Chris Spencer right there. Effortlessly. Watchorn now 5 seconds behind. He's got the time to catch the leader, but man, how will he do it once he does? Danny Story getting around Mark Kochek. Great job right there. Jason Cavaney further on back. Again, recovered pretty well from his 2 laps down at one point early in the race, but just hasn't been able to really captivate anything there. Currently being shown in P15. So he's trying what he can right there to finish off this race. John O'Brien, 16th place. Some battle here, though. Jeff Gilmore gets around Larry Blair. Larry Blair slowed up there quite a bit. He was right behind Kyle Munson. Not sure if Blair had a bit of an issue, but man, oh man, tough break for him. Jason Adams holding on to a P7. Great job right there for him. Kolmsberger, P6. Fantastic results for these guys. Greg Wood right now being shown as P5, 8 seconds back. Again, he's one of the early ones to come down pit road. Looking pretty quick, though. Chris Spencer, 4th place. We saw Merrick Watchorn pass him a second ago with those fresh tires, and right now being shown as 4th place. Merrick Watchorn, though, he's coming, man. He is 2.5 seconds behind Dustin German with 13 laps to go right here. And man, Jerry West is right in front. This is going to be a battle here for 2nd place. Merrick gets to him. Not sure what that was about. Got right to his back bumper. Not sure if there was some displeasure from earlier in the race, but here he is, battling for that P2 spot. Can he make it around him cleanly? Jerry West not putting up much of a fight right there. So now the table is set. Merrick Watchorn, little under 2 seconds away from Dustin German. Can Dustin hold on to this lead with 12 laps to go? It's going to be tough. Merrick Watchorn, again, has the fresh tires, much fresher tires. And on the offense, Dustin German just has to keep it going. Watchorn played this pretty well. He knew fresh tires, especially at the end of this race, would make a big difference, and right now he is proving that. Greg Wood gets around Chris Spencer, so again, Greg Wood's also on the offense here. Looking strong, going to be going after Jerry West next. Greg Wood might find himself on the podium here in just a second with 11 laps to go. A lot of drivers back in the pack still. Single file, though. Closest battle, Danny Story, Mark Kochek. Close together, but not a lot of drivers really battling right now for position. Kevin Roy is getting there, but P1 Already 11 laps to go, almost 10 laps to go here at the stripe. Merrick Watchorn has caught Dustin German, and this is going to be for the lead. Dustin German not really putting a block to him, so not sure if he just is going to take this as it is or going to try and defend this win, but goes down, gives the outside to Merrick Watchorn. I think Dustin knows, man, hey, fresh tires, I can't defend this right now. There it is. Merrick going to try and clear him on the entrance to turn 3. Dustin puts a fight up, but can't quite get it done. Merrick clears him. Takes that lead away. 10 laps to go here in Michigan. With 9 laps remaining, Merrick Watchorn going to just set sail at this point. Has the fresher tires. Off he goes. Very good performance there for him. Dustin German, P2, and Jerry West right now in P3, but a hard-charging Greg Wood is coming. A couple of close battles here. David Cassidy getting around Jason Adams. Kevin Roy as well, so Jason just loses 2 spots. Not sure what happened there. Maybe some right side damage. We'll take a look when he comes back around. Not sure if he got into the wall there out of turn 2, but man, tough break. Had a top 10 right there, but gave it away a bit. Yeah, don't see any damage per se, so looks okay to me. Tough break. Larry Blair, Terry Duguay. This is not 4 position. Terry Duguay is actually 1 lap down. John Held 3 laps down. And again, we have 2 drivers out of the race, Robert Chiswick and Larry Eddy. John O'Brien having a pretty tough break right now as well. Michael a lap down here by the end of this race, as Merrick Watchorn's right behind him. As we have 7 laps remaining here for the Wolverine 176 for the Sim Racing Unleashed Xfinity Series. Been a fantastic race. Minimal cautions, only 2 actually, so very good job. Great racing. This is what you can expect every single week, every Thursday for this league. What a great job right now for these guys. Kalmsberger holding on to a top 6 right now. This is a very good spot for him. Been putting together a great string of races lately for Kalmsberger. Man, looking good. New paint scheme today for him. Kyle Munson in P7. This is 4 positions, so Kyle's going to try and get this spot from him. We'll definitely watch this as it goes on. Kyle's right there. Dives down low. Kalmsberger kind of robs that lane a little bit. Stops him from moving up. Some contact here a little bit. Coming down that backstretch. Right behind Jeff Gilmore. Might catch these 2 as well. Crossover move for Kalmsberger. Kyle Munson though on the outside. Might have the momentum on the outside to make it work. And yes, he does. Clears the way. But can Jeff Gilmore now catch up and pass these drivers? Currently in P8. Danny Story, 13th place, looking great. Mark Koshik in 14th. Again, a solid effort for him. Kalmsberger loses that spot, man. Jeff Gilmore rockets right past him. Great job right there. Had a great momentum out of turn 2 and 3. And right now to turn 4. Eyes down, Kyle Munson right in front. Gilmore might catch him. 4 laps remaining. Could come down to it. Merrick Watchorn still up front. Again, on those fresher tires. John O'Brien right behind him was just put a lap down. So there that is. Merrick Watchorn, though, 3 laps away from winning his 3rd race of the season. Looking very, very good today. And every day he's in these races. Awesome job for him. Dustin German tried the undercut with the fresh tires. Just couldn't make it work. couldn't defend as well as Merrick Watchorn could with fresh tires. But Jerry West in P3. Potentially another podium for Jerry West, looking pretty good as usual. Greg Wood, though, 4th place. Chris Spencer, P5. Munson 6th. Jeff Gilmore 7th, man. Gilmore is getting pretty close. He might catch Munson here for a top 6 spot. 3 laps remaining. What a good job right here for these guys. Down low, Jerry West. A solid effort. If nothing changes, Jerry West, Dustin German, we'll see them in the booth in a second to talk to them. But man, Merrick Watchorn just putting on a clinic. A great job. Munson still under fire here from Jeff Gilmore. He's got that draft. Might get a run here in turn 3. He's gonna try it. But white flag is in the air. Merrick Watchorn comes across that stripe. Gonna lead this race right now. 1 lap remaining for the Wolverine 176. Merrick Watchorn. We've seen him twice before in this series this season. Just absolutely dominating, knows how to get it done. Jeff Gilmore, as we talk, a close battle here in the last lap. This is for a top 6. But Merrick Watchorn going to come across out of turn 3, out of turn 4. Merrick Watchorn is going to be your leader and your winner for the Wolverine 176 here at Michigan Speedway. Win number 3 for him on the season. What a fantastic job for him. Every single race. Great, great job. Dustin German finishes P2. Your pole sitter couldn't quite get it done, but very good effort for him. Jerry West finishing P3. Great job. Greg Wood, 4th place. Chris Spencer, 5th place. Kyle Munson, 6th. Jeff Gilmore. Couldn't quite get around Kyle Munson right there for P7 right there. Kalmsberger, 8th place. David Cassidy, 9th. And then Kevin Roy rounds out the field in P10. Awesome job for him, but Merrick Watchorn gets it done yet again. Does such a good job in this car, in this series. Gonna burn him down as always. Ooh. Pancakes the wall, but that's completely fine. There's no post-race inspection in iRacing. Oh, man. Tell you what, though. Gonna try and burn him down here. Great job. Merrick Watchorn again, your winner. And there he is. Wolverine 176 winner. Folks, we'll come right back. We'll talk to our top 3. All right, folks, we are back at the conclusion of the Wolverine 176. We're going to bring in our top 3 right now. Starting off with our P3 position winner, Jerry West. What a fantastic job for him. Let's bring him in real quick. Hey, Jerry West, you got me?
Yeah, it's a little warm, man. Just getting out of that car, sweating. Sweat off of me. How you doing, Steve?
Hey, I'm good, man, but not as good as you. P3 looking solid today as well. Tried some strategy there at the end, it looks like, on the green flag pit stop, but man, it looks like tires were a pretty big factor. Talk to us about your race.
Yeah, it's a big deal, man. It was tough out there. Really tight car tonight, but we didn't get any practice, so we showed up a little late. Barely got a qualifying run in, didn't get our second lap in qual, so we started back 11th. Had a little confidence there, man. Picked up a couple spots there on that first run. We was battling for that top 5 for the points there for the stage with Munson, and I believe he got them, man. But we went ahead and looked forward to the long haul, and we stayed focused. And I believe we had a good car there towards the end. We was running Dustin down, but I don't think anybody had anything for Merrick, man. He's, at this point, it's the Merrick show. That's what I told him. So congratulations to him, man. But yeah, that green flag stop was a little sketchy. I had my teammate on the inside. He's on new tires, and I knew it was going to be risky, but I had to make it then because I'd already committed. And we come in a little hot, was able to get it locked down pretty good, and came out with a good stop there. Just not enough, man, to win this thing.
Hey, all good, man. Great job right there. Hey, next week, Talladega. Gonna be a lot of fun right there as well. Always is at that track. But hey, great job today. Any sponsors you want to shout out?
Yeah, Talladega, man. I think everybody's got a shot. So we'll see what happens there. It's definitely a tough track, because you got to stay clean and be there at the end. But yeah, shout out to Merrick for the win. Shout out to you for putting on the show here tonight so we can go watch it. And anybody that's out there watching, of course, my teammates back at Smoke Show Racing. Shout out to Dustin for a P2 and Chris for a good run tonight. But yeah, SRTV's on the hood of this thing. Glad we could get another podium for him. And yeah, that's about it, man. All the admins in the league over here, man. All the boys that showed up tonight and kept it clean and green.
Love that, man. We'll catch you next week. Great job again today.
All right, thanks, Steve.
All right, that's Jerry West. Great job right there for him. We're going to bring in P2 next. Dustin German. Let's sneak him on in here. There he is, Dustin German right now, finishing in P2. You got me? Hey, Dustin, it's Steve in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir. I got you. How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing good today, man. Looking good yourself. And P2, couldn't quite get that done. Had the undercut, looks like. The green flag pit stop. But, man, talk to us about your race.
Good race overall, man. Me and the 91, kind of battled there. He was always a little bit quicker than I was, but good race overall. Wish I had a little bit more speed.
Hey, awesome job, dude. Next week, Talladega, everyone's favorite track. Always chaotic. Going to be a lot of good times there. But hey, man, talk to us. Any shout outs you have? Any sponsors, friends, family? What you got?
Yeah, on the Talladega note, that might be the only chance we had to beat Merrick here. So the 91, man, he's been fast everywhere. But yeah, I just want to thank you guys for coming and broadcasting, everybody in the league tonight for running a good race. My team, Smoke Show Racing, and everybody watching.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. We'll catch you next week, man. Awesome job.
Thank you.
Alrighty, Dustin German knows how to get it done. Looking strong today, but strongest in the field, Merrick Watchorn, your winner. Looking so good. Let's bring him in right now. Here he is. Won stage 1, didn't quite get the pole, finished second in that, but man, I'll tell you what, the pole doesn't matter when you get the win. And Merrick, you're looking pretty good today. Talk to us about your race, man.
Hey, that was a fantastic showing for the Twig machine out there. I mean, it was tight, but I knew that tires were going to be the key factor to this race, so I just stuck with my guns and stuck with my strategy and came on top.
Yeah, I mean, talk to us about that. I mean, a lot of guys, chose the undercut, which, I mean, I guess worked for a while because, I mean, like even Dustin at one point had like a 10-second gap on you, but your tires, I mean, even later in the race, I mean, I assume the track heated up, right? Because we're getting closer to noontime and things like that. So did the car ever loosen up for you? Did the tires really matter there at the end?
Tires mattered a lot. When I got side by side with Dustin, I could feel the car getting tight and loose off of exit and entry coming towards, side by side when I went to his outside. And so I knew that 3 and 4, I was a little bit freer. I could actually run the line I wanted to and not really have to mess with the throttle and the brakes too much. It was 1 and 2, I was having a lot of issues, and he kind of showed me that during the run that he could run 1 and 2 a lot better than I could. And so that's why I said, all right, so it's going to come down to, positioning my vehicle in front of his nose going into those corners to force him to get tight.
and just, you know, mess with the air. But in 3 and 4, I could just drive away from him. So it you know, it kind of plateaued at that point, and so I knew what I had to do and just keep the car out of trouble. And then when he pitted early, I'm like, all right, we're just gonna stay out as far as I can take it, so that I can get that advantage on tires, so that when I chase him down, or when I pass him, or whenever we got close to each other, I could just drive away from him and not have to really defend or protect my line and kind of run my race the way I wanted to.
Yeah, sounds great, man. Great job again. 3rd win on the season in your 3rd appearance, so looking very, very strong. Hey, next week, Talladega, going to be a lot of fun. Everyone loves that track in some form or fashion, but although it can be a wild card, how do you think it's going to go?
I think I definitely have a target on my back. I'll tell you that right now. But it's Dega, so you know, the big one's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen. So just keep myself and my nose clean. May not try to run every single lap. Kind of like run around with the mid pack and see how the car feels. Try to find my friends when I can find them, and then just kind of just try to maximize as many points I can. The closer we get to the final 2 races of the season, or the regular season before we go to the playoffs, the closer I am from not being able to go for the championship. So hopefully I can kind of pull a cat out of the hat and get this win for next week. I'm not saying it's going to be possible. It's Dega. Anyone can win it. It does, you know. But I'm hoping that I can get out of trouble and just stay up front and stay at, you know, at least get a top 5. That's my goal.
Hey, sounds great, man. Great run again today, and obviously next week we'll see you there. But hey, for now, give us any shout-outs you might have, any sponsors, friends, family. What do you got?
I just want to give you a shout-out, of course, for showing off the league and, you know, always, you know, broadcasting and helping us out, get the exposure we want. Definitely want to give a shout-out to the admins and the league owners. This couldn't happen without them, so it's a big, you know, win when we all can get a big field like this and come out racing with 20 drivers. I also want to thank the Twiggy organization and the QSA for sponsoring my vehicle tonight. Great honor to be having them on my car. And yeah, let's keep plowing through and keep pushing through, and hopefully we can lock ourselves into the top 12.
Hey, sounds great, man. We'll see you next week. Go and celebrate. Great job.
Thank you, Steve.
Alrighty, there he is, Merrick Watchorn, your winner today for the Wolverine 176. Great job as usual for him in that number 91. Awesome job. Well, hey folks, that is it for me and Race Day Live. This race has been a great time every single week, every Thursday here for the Sim Racing Unleashed. Awesome shows every single time, man. I love it. It's gonna be so good. Next week at Talladega, always a fun time. Next week, double Talladega week actually. On Halloween, on the 31st, next Tuesday, the SRU Cup Series will be at Talladega for the regular season finale. Drivers trying to sneak in their way to get into the playoffs. And then Thursday for the SRU Sim Racing Unleashed at Talladega as well. So, going to be a lot of good times there next week. Catch us there for both of those races. But hey, we are so close to 400 subs. It's crazy. I think we're at like 397. So if you like what you see, hit the sub button. Hit all the buttons, I like to say, the like button. It actually helps quite a bit. So we appreciate you, all the support you offer us. But hey, we're getting closer and closer to our goal here shortly of 500 subs. So awesome to see. But hey, for now, we love it, guys. Thank you so much, men and women who watch us. Next week, big time. Talladega next week here at Race Day Live. We'll catch you next week. Have a good night. Thank you so much.